Identifying a true problem, engaging in research to identify a true solution, and embedding that solution into a final product, I believe is being authentic. My name is Kyle Fleet. I've been here 11 years now. I'm a principal designer in the seating design studio. I got into design really honestly from the beginning of my life. I was a little kid and I was begging my parents for tools before I was 3. They gave me hammer and nails for my 3rd birthday and a handsaw for my 4th birthday. Built a workbench after I was 4 because I needed a spot to put the tools. Honestly, it's the same place a lot of my inspiration comes from. It's whatever it is I'm trying to solve. It is usually the inspiration. It's digging into process. I was finishing up my sculpture degree and decided to go into product design in grad school at Cranbrook Academy of Art. So it was the summer before I started at Cranbrook. I decided to go to NeoCon for my first time. I, to this day, remember walking into the Haworth showroom. The spirit of innovation was just like flooding the space, the products, the way the space was laid out and designed. It left an impression on me. It was one showroom that just completely stood out. After that, I started my first year at Cranbrook, and it was between my 1st and 2nd year that I personally knew I needed to go see what this world was about, and I approached the design studio to see if they had a spot for an internship. They gave me a chance to work for a summer, and I found myself completely immersed in what was then next-gen seating, and so it was just an awesome opportunity. I can tell you what I fell in love with about Haworth. From the time I started here, the conversation in the studio was it was all about how we could create a chair, at that time specifically a task chair, how we could create a chair that was more human, less machine. And right there, that philosophy, that design philosophy resonated with me, who I am as a designer. It fit right in with my own personal philosophy. At that point in my life, I was much more familiar with the shop and building my own prototypes and coming up with my own ways of inventing and getting to where I needed to go. There was a way of working I was still trying to prove out as like a personal agenda, so I think that was a very rewarding side of Fern. It took an army to get it to production, so I don't want to say, I don't want to take credit for it, but my ability to influence at times through the hands-on process was very rewarding. So I look back and it's like, there's that element of like handmade that I still like to think Fern has. I think if I could help them maybe understand our seating portfolio in a way that kind of helps it feel cohesive or connected. That theme of more human is in Zodi through our research and the science behind that, and we've built on that with Fern in a different way. We're continuing those conversations about how we continue to create chairs that are ultimately more about the human experience, hopefully in ways that are less machine, because we have an in-house design studio with researchers, ergonomics, engineering, design. We have a team that's building knowledge, and we're better today than we were yesterday or 5 years ago. So I think the more we can allow our team to build on what we know, we're just going to hopefully keep doing it better.